All right, back up in the garage. Man, what a mess. Anyway, the projects have kind of grown since the last video. This one is really more concerned with. Probably be able to see it. Can you see it? Where is it? There it is. The 1951 ZA out there on the trailer. I started working on it tonight. And we ran into a few minor issues. I was able to get the ignition switch. I worked back and forth a bunch and got to where it would pass juice. So I was getting I was getting voltage to the coil through the ignition switch wire. But the starter button switch still wasn't cooperating. Anyway, so they're pretty simple. They're just like 4 little tabs. I peeled those back and I've got it open and I know what's going on in there. I'll show you that. But this was actually the jumper wire from the amp meter, where the juice comes from the battery into the amp meter over to the starter button switch, and you can see there's a right in there, big bare spot of copper. So I've got a new piece of wire cut. We're going to put some heat shrink ends on it, make a new one of those. In the process of looking at the wiring, the wire going from the starter, the battery side of the starter up to the amp gauge, has 2 bare spots up in behind the dash panel, plus a big section of bare wire down at the starter. So we're gonna make a new, there's the bad end for the battery cable end and the skinny end to go up on the ignition, or up onto the amp gauge. We're gonna make a new one of those. The skinny wire, I was using the hot wire of the ignition. I'm gonna make a new wire to go from the push button down to the starter solenoid, because, well, it's broken, messed up there anyway. So plan is we'll this we can go ahead and make here. I can't, can I get to my, yeah, there's my tripod, but I can't get it out, I don't think. Maybe, we'll see. Come on, come on. Oh, look at it, come on. Almost, just can't quite reach. Oh yeah, that's good. Get it caught in the bicycle spokes. Anyway, like I say, lots more projects out here in the garage. This is a rack full of aircraft grade aluminum and spruce and stuff. Volkswagen engine that's been converted for aircraft use. Propeller, wing ribs. Inside this black bag is cowling to go around the engine, all the plans, more parts up here. My buddy Alex and I inherited a ultralight experimental something project. It's a Himax. It can be built either as an ultralight or light experimental. Light sport. We're going light sport, I think, just because the VW engine is going to preclude doing anything, you know, making it not light sport, making it ultralight, because it's just too heavy. Anyway, so we're going to open up this switch. Took the little spring clamp off, take the cover off. Inside there is this little brass thing that's got a couple little nubs on it. I think I'll be up there close to the camera. This one's, the bottom one's pretty corroded. The top one's not bad, but there's some corrosion on the bottom one. And the way that works is when you push on the button, it just slides that down. So the back side, of course, you got one wire in, one wire out. And on the other side, you've got the 2 brass or copper contactors. As you can see, that one right there, the bottom one, is green with corrosion. So there's enough corrosion on there that was preventing the little brass nubs on this from making contact, completing the circuit. So what I'm going to do is get some 400 grit wet dry sandpaper here. We'll clean those pads off. We will clean the little nubs off, put it all back together, and take the pliers and crimp these little nubbins back over and rebuild this original push button starter switch for the ZA. So we'll clean that up and rebuild that, make a new short jumper wire to go from there over to the amp gauge to get juice to that. We'll make a new one of these to get power up to the panel, and then we'll use the white jumper wire that we were hot wiring it with to make a new wire to go from here down to the solenoid. Anywho, that's where we're at. That's what we got going on tonight. Just for fun, we might just walk down and show you the bare wire spots and see what why the popo's hanging out next door. Because it's always a good time here in the hood. Mama's mini Jeep. Truck. Hi guys, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Better than I deserve, I think. It always pays to be nice to the police. It always pays to comply with the police. I'm walking over here to protect her. Alright. So, the 50, I think I decided it was a 51, might be 52, I don't know, whatever the ZA is. Here we are. Here's the back side of the dash panel. I have to put my spectacles on so I can see what I'm talking about. Alright. So, get that out of the way. This wire right here is the one that goes down and actually connects to the hot side of the battery down at the starter. So, as you can see, there's a bare spot there, and there's a big bare spot there. That is never a good sign. So that's why we're going to make a new one of those for now. And we'll walk around over here. We're to this side. That same wire down here at the starter. There's probably another inch of bare wire. And the wire coming from the push button down here to the solenoid had this little short jumper tying those together. So that's why I'm going to take this wire here, and we'll make a new wire to go from here. We'll go through there and up and around. It won't be exactly, we're not going to thread it probably all the way through everything, but with I'll get around back here. Yeah, I'll get up here. Oh, easy. Show you the ignition switch. So this is the back side. Here's the front side. And you got stop. I don't mean to read in and out, but stop, start, dim, bright, lights only. And it's just a rotary switch. Just by doing that a bunch, it actually kind of cleaned up the contact points inside of here enough that I now get power here. I think it's there. No, here. I get power here. This is the one marked ignition accessories, and that's the wire that goes down to the coil. So yeah, we'll put a new wire here down to and a new wire from there. The short jumper will go from here. This is the hole for this push button. We'll go from there over the push button, and then we'll use that big red wire to go from there down to the starter, and then that white wire will go from the other side of this push button down to the starter. Yeah. Boy, that's a long way down. I should have stepped over here on the tire. So anyway, yeah. So the red wire will come down here to this terminal, which gets power directly off the battery. And then this white wire will take it off the coil. We'll put an end on it, hook it there, hook it up there to the push button, and then this bad boy might be kind of, sort of, ish ready to go. I can't tell if I get a leak in my temporary tanker. I don't ever see any drips, but the gas kind of goes away over time. But anyway, yeah, so that's going to be my project. And then once I get this disconnected, I can take this factory wire here and hook it back up. And yeah, maybe tonight we'll be able to start the darn thing from the seat. How fun would that be? And then this Thursday night tonight, so maybe Saturday morning we can hook the old cherry bomb up to the trailer and take this down to the farm. There's a set of 15.5 dual. They bought cheap. Yeah. Anyway, so that's where we're at. How do we get a good thumbnail in this video? My neighbors have got some big trucks. Anyway, I'll be back.